We are back with another 10-minute investor eye test. Today we're looking at Aethir, Aethir Cloud, Aethir Network, Aethir, a DePin network focused on creating scalable, decentralized cloud computing infrastructure for AI and gaming. I'm here with my co-founder Carmelo. How you doing, brother?
Doing well, trying to keep up with all of these new launches happening, especially in the DePin and AI space. So excited to take a look at this one. I've been hearing quite a lot about it, but to be honest, I don't know enough about it yet. So happy to dive into it now.
Yeah, same. Hearing a lot of buzz, not a lot of context. I think, Carmelo, you mentioned to me earlier, they've got an interesting sort of token offering structure, which we're going to dive into and more. But I've got crypto rank up here. And before we dive in, let's start the clock. 10 minutes starting now. Again, the goal remains the same. Understand what's being offered, figure out if it's a good investment opportunity, all within 10 minutes. So we've got Aethir here. And I see that fun ticker. Check that out, Carmelo. All-time
Yeah,
high.
got to appeal to the DGens.
Kind of meta. But it says we've got a decentralized real-time rendering network. We know that's pretty hot, actually. There's a lot of demand for AI GPU networks simply because of all the different applications that AI is emerging with. So very cool. And I see they've got some pretty big backers here, right? Hashkey Capital, Big Brain Holdings, Animoca.
Oh, the dreaded Animoca.
Yeah, the shotgun approach, Animoca.
Merit
And so
Circle,
we've
which
got a
is
number of,
interesting.
yeah,
Gaming,
yeah, Merit
probably.
Circle. You don't
That's
see
like
Merit
they
Circle in a
usually
lot.
only invest in gaming assets, so that's interesting too.
Well, I mean, I guess I think this has a lot to do with gaming, but we've got a number of different IDOs happening on Impossible Finance, Solanium, Cetify, and then we've got Private Sale on Dex Checkpad. Interesting. I don't see them on a lot of different cap tables. But yeah, total raise of close to 11.5 million at a $150 million valuation. That's pretty high, but I guess the hype behind AI is real, huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you look at what like Render Network did, and they are probably going to be bigger than Render Network. So if you speculate based off market cap alone, it not too high of a valuation. But one thing we have to remind our viewers, we don't know how up to date this information is. I think they've raised closer to $30 million when all is said and done. Not to mention, I don't know what these IDOs are if they've also been launching tokens, but I think you and I discussed that they're selling nodes and not tokens right now. And I think when this video goes live, they'll be be having a public node sale, and there's like 20 different tiers of nodes I think that you can buy at different prices, and they compute different amounts. So it's kind of a messy their structure, but they've raised a lot of money, so it must be working.
Yeah, I think that is like a really novel structure, but maybe it fits into what they're designing with a DePin network. And so let's go ahead and dive into the website and see what we've got here. So we're going to the Aethir homepage. That's pretty cool, and it looks sleek.
Yeah, beautiful
Looks
website.
nice. Distributed GPU cloud infrastructure for gaming and AI. Nothing we haven't learned already, but it says
Hmm.
they're building a distributed GPU-based compute infrastructure for dynamic enterprise use cases. So this is something more so focused on the B2B side, it sounds like. They make it easier for GPU infrastructure providers to scale and simpler for buyers to access GPU worldwide, which we do know is there's huge demand behind, especially that's been validated by the rising stock price of Nvidia over the past few months.
Oh yeah, GPU is going to be the new oil. I think compute power, teraflops.
And they've got a bunch of users already, 200K plus users, 10 plus game studios. So that's cool. And then 23 plus node locations.
Yeah,
And
I
check
like
out
that
the
they're
backers.
targeting gaming studios is a smart move, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Maelstrom, Merit, Animoca, Hashkey, Big Brain Holdings, Bybit. Ah, W3 Guild Games. Cool. Yes, there's a lot happening on the gaming side. And I guess here they've got cloud-based porting. So interesting. I guess you can play high resource intensive games on a mobile device or a computer that might not necessarily have those GPU requirements.
Yeah, definitely interesting because I think with the new games that are launching, most people don't have a computer that can run them.
Is that kind of the future of gaming? Like
Yeah,
going back to like your Windows 95 PC
I hope
to
so.
run to run Fortnite. All right, and then cross-platform experiences generate instant cross-platform experiences using our cloud. So a lot of it's based on cloud infrastructure, which we already know. But what we're not seeing here is anything around the token or the nodes yet.
Correct. Yeah, so this is very customer facing, which is good. But yeah, this is one problem we kind of run into. Like, what percentage should you focus your marketing towards people that will be running nodes and earning rewards? And what percentage should you focus towards people that will be basically buying or using your product? So I'm interested to see what the plan is for that, what they're selling or for investment purposes, how much they're raising, and what do I get if I invest? What am I actually buying?
Yeah, still a very important question because they've got that, like you said, INO, initial node offering, starting tomorrow. The website does look great. The idea of potentially uploading your game, that's cool. So I'm not 100% clear on it, but being able, like for a game publisher to upload their game into the Aether cloud network and allow players anywhere to play on like an iPad or a mobile phone, that's very cool. And yeah, it looks like they've got a B2C and a B2B side, honestly. If you think about that gaming availability.
Yeah, I like that too. Discover
Well,
a world free from hardware limitations.
yeah, it's very impressive. I think this might do quite well, but still, where are the nodes, man? Where's the token economy? And obviously, if they have a node offering and the nodes allow you to essentially mine tokens, they come preloaded with tokens. What are those tokens doing? Like, what kind of sinks are they going to structure back into the economy? But you see here, this year's the TGE, and they're launching their public gaming platform, and they plan on onboarding 1 million gamers in their infrastructure.
It's also it just said above that they are part of NVIDIA's Inception program, which is crazy.
Yeah.
NVIDIA is definitely taking an interest in the decentralized blockchain ecosystem.
Yeah, they've got some big backers for sure. I see the white paper here, and this image has nothing to do with the white paper, but I kind of love it. Looks good. Should we dive in?
Yeah, it looks like your Twitter PFP.
It does look like my Twitter PFP, actually. Been going famous. Oh
Oh
no, this is not a
no, you need
sign.
more compute
Hey
power, dude.
there, hey there. Where's the GPU?
Something went
Okay,
wrong.
so that's not a good one. Yeah, they've got a token offering, and no one knows what the token does. But we got a video. Should we watch it? Looks like it
Yeah,
might take up the rest of our time.
our viewers love videos. I know that.
We are Aether, and we build decentralized cloud infrastructure for gaming and AI. The AI and gaming landscapes are evolving exponentially, demanding cloud resources at an unprecedented rate and scale. But the challenge of satisfying this global appetite isn't just about capacity. The cloud, like traditional infrastructure, serves diverse, evolving needs but is slow and costly to adapt. AI apps like ChatGPT have strained cloud infrastructure with rapid user growth, hinting at bigger challenges ahead. The gaming industry has a similar issue of scale. Billions of gamers interact with the cloud every day, and like the AI sector, their cloud requirements are shifting. The future of online experiences has always been real time. From DVDs to Netflix, from HDDs to online file storage, it's happened over and over again. But we're reaching current infrastructure limits, and things are starting to get complicated. Today's text-based ChatGPT will evolve into voice and video AI. The challenge is scaling it. Similarly, game developers are looking to the cloud to unlock access to the 2.8 billion gamers stuck on low-end devices. It isn't a matter of whether these gamers come online, it's simply a matter of when. Today's cloud infrastructure makes scaling latency-sensitive applications like AI digital avatars or cloud gaming instances cost prohibitive. In a microsecond critical era, lag causes churn. Even giants like Google and NVIDIA struggle with scalable cloud gaming. Enter Aether and our decentralized cloud infrastructure. Our ethos is simple. Cloud scalability is an infrastructure problem, not a business model problem. And if the world wants to keep up with global demand, its infrastructure needs to evolve fast. Our magic?
Oh, no.
We're decentralized. We're not bound by traditional resource ownership or supply chain constraints, nor do we bear the overheads or deal with
I'm
dormant,
going to pause it
pricey
there.
equipment.
I'm
Instead,
looking at the
our net
thumbnail down here, and I don't see anything in this video about the token either. So this is really, really strange. I guess the only thing that could possibly allude to what the token does, besides maybe like a blog post or Medium, is this white paper, which has a broken link, unfortunately. And so that being said, I guess let's just double check the socials real quick before we wrap this up. We got 10 minutes nearly done, but yeah, you guys can understand the scale here. We're talking about like multiple narratives in this bull cycle, 200,000 followers on the Aethir Twitter page or the X page, which is one of the bigger ones that we've seen. There's 10 minutes in the books. Well, I guess that's it for now. We've got 10 minutes in the books on Aethir. Before we dive into verdicts, make sure you tap that like button, subscribe if you like this content. We got more 10-minute eye tests coming. We've got some exciting guests coming up for the Boom Room real soon, we promise. And as always, some more on-chain analytics videos, more of everything coming from your Arcanum Ventures team. And Carmelo, do you want to kick us off with a verdict?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit cheating, but I think I was already bullish on this before the video and before hearing anything about it, but now it kind of confirms it. And, for the obvious, usual suspect reasons, narrative is there. The backers are there. I mean, just the fact that NVIDIA is involved alone makes it enticing and warrants a deeper look. Obviously, we don't know a whole lot about what the token does in the ecosystem or what it looks like to invest. Like we spoke about the nodes versus the token. I don't know if there's a direct way to invest in the token itself, at least initially. But it did say there was IDOs on CryptoRank, which may or may not be wrong. So yeah, the video mentioned decentralization. It's a decentralized network. So if that were to be true, in a perfect world, it would need some sort of governance. So that's one way you can imagine the token looking like. Obviously, you're going to need a decentralized network and governance to maybe, I don't know, balance out rewards for each node and run this node system. Because basically, I don't know how they've packaged this legally and who owns what, but obviously there's a lot of software or there's a lot of hardware, that they own as a network. But this was purchased and registered and owned, and it's got to be somewhere. Somebody owns it. So it's kind of hard to decentralize that, but it is DePin. It's just as close to DePin as it really gets. Basically, you're going to stake tokens and own a node, which gives you the right to claim the revenue generated from a piece of hardware that is owned by the network. So it's a little bit complicated, and I would love to learn more about that. But obviously, a big one thumbs up. I would love to check this out. I think we're a little late because the launch of the nodes are happening right now. But yeah, definitely looks interesting. I want to learn more.
Yeah. The rare and elusive one thumb up from your friend Mello. We don't see that one very often. So I think I share the same sentiment, but maybe for different reasons. And there's a million things to go through. Really, there's a lot to unpackage, even though we saw literally nothing about the token. There's really a lot to understand here. And so as far as DePin goes, I'd consider this more of like an IoT play, honestly. It's like a software infrastructure that can be run on existing devices. I don't think Aethir is going to develop any hardware and deploy or sell that hardware for people to run nodes that can use their everyday kind of mobile devices or laptops or computers. But, you're right about NVIDIA. NVIDIA is one of the big drivers in this AI boom that we're seeing. And so the popularity of NVIDIA and the demand for its products has really spawned a lot of what we've seen within the crypto space regarding AI. I like this maybe for a different reason, because they seem to be tackling a very specific intersection of artificial intelligence, and gaming, and both of them separately. And I really love the concept behind introducing artificial intelligence applications into the gaming sector. I think there's a lot of flexibility there, and there's a lot of opportunity for AI to streamline a lot of what exists in game development and game launch. So that's why I'm really excited. The fact that this can potentially offset GPU usage to their cloud network, so people can play, let's say tier 3 console games on their mobile device. I love that because I also want to do that. I haven't owned a console for a little while. And then the sheer fact that we saw nothing about the token, but there's a lot of crazy backers, there's a lot of momentum, there's a lot of hype, and the product seems really, really viable. I'm 100% willing to dive deeper in the token just from like a tokenomics perspective. I have no idea what this node sale is. I have no idea what the token does, but it's an innovative and cool way of distributing tokens among contributors in the network, which I'm 100% for. So I'm going to give it 1 thumb up as well. Like, it's not 2 thumbs up saying shut up and take my money. It's 1 thumb up and saying I like what I'm seeing. I'm going to dive deeper. And I'm going to see what this does afterwards on the market. I know we don't normally do it, but should we give some like price predictions, some X's for the degens? What do you think?
No, because we don't know anything about when the token's launching. Also, just it shows that there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect on the website between the node sale and the token and the actual product and the forward-facing marketing for what they're offering. So that's one thing they could do a little bit better. And also, just to clarify, I think I meant earlier that this computational power has to come from hardware. So they must own a bunch of hardware centrally, and then they're going to give you the rights to revenue and computational power decentrally through nodes. But I'm wondering where this is based, where they're storing it, and do you ever feel like you truly own these, or are you good enough with profit generated from them? So that's like one interesting thing. But like you said, really eager just from a token economy standpoint to look more into this because it's very fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely. Such a good point on the revenue share as well. So many DePin projects. I mean, DePin is popular because of the idea that you can potentially gain some value by helping contribute to a network. Many of them don't ever commit to how much value they're giving people. So, you really wonder, like, on the B2B side, is the business strong enough to drive value back to the people that contribute to the network, and potentially rewards replenishment, which is something I think most people in the tokenomics space and the founding space on DePin don't talk about. But anyways, it seems cool. There's your 2 verdicts from your boys at Arcanum. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Make sure, again, you tap that like button if you like this content. Subscribe. We got more video content coming out. And best of luck to the Aethir team. Let us know in the comments if we got anything wrong, and give us some insights around the token economy since that link's broken. Anyways, ciao, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Bing.